Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the News of the Square, episode 57, and we're happy that you're here with us, and along with Jeff
Dun, 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 dun.
and Ivan
Da, 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 da.
and me, Mike.
Da, 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 da.
Right. So, what kinds of crazy news stories we got this week? Buckle up and find out because the world's going crazy. Let's see what we can laugh at today.
Or who we can laugh at today.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to start things out, or you want me to go ahead?
I will start. Here we've got stories from our chief News of the Squared news correspondent, Scott. All right. This was just before the 4th of July. Bride kicks sister out of wedding because of her huge assets.
Now, how big were they?
Let's find out. Weddings are a time for family and friends to gather together and celebrate love. That is, unless the bride turns out to be a bridezilla. Well, a 14-year-old girl was initially excited when she was asked to be a part of her sister's big day. That is, until her sister kicked her out of the wedding for having a huge chest.
Wow.
Okay.
The teen took to Reddit to share her story about how it all went down on the Am I the Asshole thread. According to the ex-bridesmaid, she and the rest of her bridal party gathered at the bride's home to try on their bridesmaids' dresses. Now, first off, these dress fittings, in my opinion, will never go well. I don't know why the bride always insists a fashion show in front of each other, because some kind of argument always breaks out. And surprise, this time is no different. When she emerged to show her sister how it looked, the response wasn't exactly as expected. She said, "My sister looks at me and her face just freezes." The bride then asked to speak to her separately in a different room and commented on how she looked in a dress, mainly making note of her size 34 triple D chest.
Wow.
Okay.
And mind you, this is a 14...
Wait, whoa.
Mind you, this is a 14-year-old girl. Yeah.
It happens.
The bride then asked to speak to her separately. Yeah, okay. Your boobs look huge, the bride said. I don't want any attention straying away from me and my fiancé. I'm sorry, but you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't be my bridesmaid.
Hold on, I need to go back to something.
What's that?
34 what?
34 triple D.
34 triple D. 14.
Yeah.
I mean, now I want to know how tall this girl is, because otherwise she's gonna have like a back problem or.
Yeah, there's no photograph to coincide with this. But she, upset by the news, she stormed out of the room, changed back into her normal clothes, and left, but not before notifying the other bridesmaids about what just happened. As the teen waits outside for her stepmother to pick her up, the rest of the bridal party banded together and gave the bride an ultimatum: either apologize and let sister be in the wedding, or they won't be in the wedding either. Confronted with this decision, the bride takes it out on her younger sister, claiming she ruined her wedding.
Wow.
Well,
what an asshole.
It's not her fault she's got big boobs at her age.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's put the age aside for a second, but just... we know it's all about the bride. We know it's all about, her and him.
Yeah.
Tying a knot.
Is her fiance really going to be looking at a 14-year-old girl?
No, he shouldn't be.
That's the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if being worried that my sister's boobs are going to be an issue at a wedding, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, hold a second. It's one thing if we're talking about a girl who's 18 or older. It's another thing when we're talking about you're worried about your fiance looking at your 14-year-old sister.
That's not good.
Yeah. It's not just the groom's attention. She claims it's everyone's attention will be drawn to her.
Okay, why? Is she like a 32C or something? What's going on?
I don't know.
Must be. It's...
Or here's an idea. What did the dress look like? Was it really form-fitting or something?
Was it strapless? I mean, was a bustier cut? Was it a sweetheart?
Yeah, we don't know.
The story, the article doesn't help us with any images or a description of the dresses.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
But so yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's not cool because it's to celebrate the time, the binding of two people's lives, and how they're gonna. But it's not about feeling insecure about your sister's breasts.
34
triple D at age 14.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah, while they're busy trying to say I do. Here's the groom going, I did. See
My
her breast.
God. Imagine being a 14-year-old boy in class with that.
Are you kidding? He'd be knocking the next pew down.
He'd be
I mean, it's like
taking teacher, I need to go to the bathroom.
yeah, seriously. I mean, I'm just kind of like thinking about this. It's like 14 triple. Seriously, there's a part of me where I'm like, how does she walk? I hope she's tall. I mean,
Well, if I told
laws
you
of physics.
that back when I was a young teenager, I dated a girl that was big like that. It's a thing.
I understand, but okay, that's pretty. I mean, there's big and then there's okay. That seems a little.
But but you can't. I mean, genes are genes, man.
I understand. I'm just saying the laws of physics at some point do apply.
Well, unless she's wearing a structured bone brassiere to hold everything up with support in the back, then yeah, that is a problem.
Made of stone.
Huh?
Made of stone.
Made of stone.
Device capable of harnessing the power of the Infinity Stones. Just like the Infinity saxophone that's on our Squares Round Table Facebook page.
Yes.
Huh?
We need an infinity saxophone.
Yes.
You know what else we need, Mike?
What's that?
We need follow-up news to a story from last week.
Yes, more news follow-ups from news of the sports.
Yeah, news of the sports follow-up.
News of the sports.
I don't think we've ever had a news of the sports follow-up. This might be a
news
first.
of the sports follow-up.
So last week we talked about how Jay Cutler was trying to figure out who killed his chickens. So apparently we have an answer to that question.
I think we solved this groovy mystery, gang.
Apparently we've solved the groovy mystery. The national nightmare is over. He vowed revenge on the killer, slayed his beloved chickens. Social media masses soon flocked to Cutler's Instagram, waiting on pins and needles for any clue to help solve the ongoing crime saga. What started out as mildly amusing bit for the bored out of his skull, Cutler quickly became the quarterback's entire existence as a 37-year-old devoted days and nights to capturing the elusive poultry killer. Anyway, so basically after a week of painstaking detective work, first of all, I can't buy that Jay Cutler does anything painstaking or a week worth of anything. The culprit was apprehended Tuesday night as Cutler, channeling his inner Rust Cohill, was finally able to crack the case. As fate would have it, Cutler's initial instincts, were to throw an interception. Well, no, it wasn't actually that. It was to we're right on the money. Excluding the wrongly accused Thelma, who was vindicated in an earlier investigation. What? Why did that just happen? Hold on a second. The link just decided it didn't want to.
Update your pop-up blocker.
Yeah, that wasn't a pop-up. I don't know what happened there. Let's see. So, the one-time Pro Bowler suspected a raccoon might be behind the despicable crime, and sure enough, that's exactly who masterminded the farm-killing spree. The 12-year-old NFL vet didn't share us the raccoon's fate, but it's safe to say the bloodthirsty beast won't be wreaking havoc on Cutler's chickens and farm anymore.
Why? Is it because he's getting some dinner?
Well,
Raccoons do.
Cutler will take the night to savor his victory, but the veteran outdoorsman, the 2006 first-rounder, knows the battle is just beginning. I'm sure the raccoon has some family members, Cutler warned, anticipating another killer. perhaps one as twisted and vile as that raccoon he had just brought to justice. So apparently, hey, if I was a raccoon, I wouldn't be all that nervous. Jay doesn't really make completions very often.
I didn't know he could speak.
Oh, he can.
If he speaks as good as he throws a football, that I kind of wonder.
Well, again, part of it is Jay Cutler, and I mean, half the thing here is Jay Cutler and chickens. I mean, this is just, I don't know. It doesn't surprise me that it's raccoons. Raccoons are always like that. But yeah, Jay Cutler, animal detective. He could take over for Jim Carrey as the pet detective or the animal detective or whatever the heck it is.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. What else we got?
I don't know. What else do we have? you passing the football to me?
That was kind of the plan, yeah.
Okay. Well, we discussed this on the Squares Around Table Facebook, or Squares Around Table podcast earlier in the week, but I think this is worth noting here on our format. Apparently, Jason Momoa has been cast as Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
In a live-action movie about the snowman.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to be a lot of women
I'm calling bullshit on it, man.
No, it's legit, dude. The snowman character will not use the appearance of Momoa as the popular actor, will only be performing voice work for the role. The Frosty the Snowman movie will be produced by John Berg and Greg Silverman, along with Jeff Johns, senior execs at Warner Brothers, and helped launch the Aquaman franchise with Momoa. The film will be a live-action title with a CG lead character, along with possible others. From his role as a fearsome count in a land of ice and fire to the oceanic success we've all had with Aquaman, it felt only right to realize Jason this time out of snow. The team behind the film is quickly playing up Momoa's real-life character as a family man. We know Jason's is a true human being filled with love, compassion, and a deep connection to Ohana, all of which is the living spirit of Xmas and Frosty, Silverman adds.
Ohana?
Momoa is set to reprise his role as Aquaman for upcoming film, which will be showcased at the upcoming DC Fandom event on August 22nd. He may also lend his voice to the character for an animated series, which is headed to HBO Max. He will also appear in the upcoming titles, including Zack Snyder's Justice League, Dune, Sweet Girl, The Last Manhunt, and Cliffhanger. They're remaking Cliffhanger?
Again.
With, this was as long making the movie, okay?
Hey, man, I gotta make some money.
Badly.
Well, okay, so Jason Momoa's Snowman. He's Frosty.
Well, I don't think he's Frosty. Most women would not say he's Frosty.
No, they quite the opposite.
Maybe he needs to team up with Jay Cutler. He can help find about the chickens.
It's Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Chicken Man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay. What's next, Jeff?
I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean me? I gotta do that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
I don't do news.
Video shows newlyweds rescued after being swept away by giant wave at California beach.
Giant women?
Giant women. Giant wave.
Oh, I thought you said giant women. I'm like, what is it, like?
Yes, giant women. Yes,
wow,
giant women.
Like
giant women are coming, Ivan. They're coming for you.
All right. Giant women are coming to thrill us.
Bridesmaids with giant breasts.
Yes.
Yes. Giant women, giant breasts. There you go. See?
And they're 18. They're not 14.
Yeah. Now 15 will get you 20. Just remember that.
Oh, I know.
So this is from Laguna Beach, California. Because, that's where I would do that. That's where I would have this story come from. What started out as a beautiful wedding photo shoot on Southern California beach quickly turned into a soggy nightmare as the couple were swept off a rock by a giant rogue wave.
Oh, yeah.
Is there really such a thing? Is there really such a thing as a rogue wave? How would it be rogue?
The wave went rogue.
Yes. Is
I'm
that
gonna
possible?
I'm gonna go to the east. You guys go to the west.
Yeah.
Bye.
An eyewitness captured video of the incident from the lookout near the next to a hotel in Laguna Beach, and immediately began to call for help. Several lifeguards. When I say lifeguards, is this like the Baywatch lifeguards where they had like, "I'll
Was
be the,"
David Hasselhoff there? Or,
yeah,
How about underdog?
No, not
underdog.
lifeguards. What?
No
Why would
underdog?
underdog be there?
We're
Because
talking about
he's
lifeguards.
cool.
We're talking Baywatch.
Yeah.
Baywatch?
Underdog.
Okay.
Yeah, with Pamela Anderson. An underdog.
Pamela Anderson wasn't an underdog.
No, but it'd be cool if she showed up with underdog.
Okay.
Okay.
Hip, 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 and away you go.
So yeah, the
Oh,
footage shows
Hey.
the bride eventually hauled out of the water and onto shore, wedding dress and all.
Both
No
wedding
one was
dress.
seriously injured.
And the
supposedly.
pictures are here. Yeah, they're from ABC 7 New York.
They got
Nice.
videos of that too. I saw that on video.
Yeah.
Crazy. Why would you stand so close to the water? I don't get it.
No.
Dudes knew.
Maybe not need to be that close though. Yeah.
Well, if they had the bridesmaid with the big asset, she probably would have floated on top of the water.
Yeah. That's possible. All right, Mike. What else you got?
Well, I think this is another follow-up because I think we talked about this
Follow
guy
up.
earlier about how this billionaire Bernie Ecclestone has become a dad again at age 89.
What?
Yeah.
Formula One racing billionaire Bernie Ecclestone is dad again, 65 years after he fathered his first child. So, the 89-year-old's wife, Fabiana Flosi, has given birth, the couple announced. We have a son named Ace. I'm so proud. Bernie told the Swiss-German news outlet Blick, the 44-year-old, he's 89, she's 44. Like, she's young enough to, he's old enough to be her grandfather.
Oh, what a great time I'm having.
He must be. 44-year-old Fabiana reportedly announced the baby was born on Wednesday afternoon at a hospital in Switzerland.
There's the turkey baster.
It says it was all so easy. The birth was over after 25 minutes. Thank God.
Where's my turkey baster? Come here, sweetie.
He turns 90 in October and recently made headlines for his take on race relations, telling CNN in lots of cases, black people are more racist than white people are. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Bernie met his wife,
Jesus.
Fabiana, in 2009. They married in 2012. But I thought we had a story. Maybe they might have had another one. Maybe it's the fact that we announced the pregnancy. Anyway, so yeah.
I don't know.
This dude's is a dad at 89. He's still making babies at 89.
That's amazing.
Nope.
That's what the little blue pill will do.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, they come in different colors now.
Yeah, what do
They
they
do.
do? Like make your feet bigger or swell up or?
Yeah, or just have to explode like a capsule. After they got the red, they got the blue ones, they got the yellow ones now, they got the white ones, the generic $3 pill. So you can get it cheaply or expensive, but whatever one you want, yeah, get yourself some baby maybe.
No. How about this? How about the
How about
world's
that?
biggest shark? Will it get you that?
Well, I don't know about the world's biggest shark, man. I mean, I don't know. How will we get to the world's biggest shark?
Well, apparently the world's biggest shark has teeth on its eyeballs, according to scientists.
Whoa.
I only have eyes for you. Ow!
So,
So winking and blinking eye. Ow!
so basically,
Daddy shark.
it's I'm looking at this here. So yeah, the biggest sharks in the world have tiny teeth over their eyeballs. Scientists have discovered, and analyzing the eyes of whale sharks, which are can reach up to about 60 feet in length researchers found them to be covered in a dermal denticles that helped protect them from damage.
So if
And
the teeth in his mouth don't get you, the teeth on his eyes will. Shit.
Well, but they're tiny V-shaped scales that are structurally mutual structured, and they're structurally done. According to the Smithsonian Institute of the Ocean Portal, shark skin is covered with dermal denticles. Try saying that without getting into any trouble. To decrease the turbulence, drag, and help them swim quieter and faster. This is all part of a study that's been put out there. I can't believe it. There's a question. My favorite is I'm looking at like where this study came from. It says it's like Okinawa. I'm like, okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know where it is. Some of the places where can they really study this the way they think that they can. But
the article's on the Squares page of the shark. The picture of the shark's right here. He's got like dots all over him. He's like a shark covered in graph paper.
Yeah, he's got big eyes, so he can see the sister with the 14 triple Ds.
That's right.
34 triple
Ds.
Yeah,
those assets would be hard to miss with those big eyes.
Even Jay Cutler can't miss that.
No, not at all.
So what else we got, Mike? What do we still got going?
Okay, another story from Scott.
Scott is the man.
Well, Florida man is the man.
Florida man.
Naked Florida man spends 24 hours vandalizing a school.
Okay, must be really hot down there.
Naked Florida man was arrested after breaking into a South Florida high school and spending nearly 24 hours vandalizing the building.
Boy, 24 hours making whoopee in the nude.
Security cameras show 21-year-old Matthew Crandall vandalizing Miramar.
I thought you were going to say Matthew McConaughey. I was going to say
Matthew Crandall.
All right.
Vandalizing Miramar High School. During the spree of destruction, he only wore a hat and headphones.
Wow, just like the bus driver on The Simpsons.
Except this guy's got a gear shift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Footage shows Crandall causing flooding in hallways, vandalizing classrooms, hallways and walls, causing approximately $100,000 in damages, according to police.
Okay, and why is it? Because his kid didn't get an A in class or something?
No, it's just a crazy 21-year-old guy with nothing to do. Charged with burglary and criminal mischief.
Sounds like the trolls on Twitch, but yeah.
Somebody got dared and they were half stoned or something like that, and we're like, oh yeah, I could do that. What's this?
Oh boy, I remember Beavis and Butthead. Let me see if I can get away with it.
So yeah, I am trying to get to our next story, but people has decided they want to be a pain in the butt.
What kind of?
Or is it my connection that's not decided? No, it's not letting me back in here. Okay. Well, it's on the Squares page. If somebody can make it work, that's fine. Apparently, when Lin-Manuel Miranda is on stage and he's kissing other women, his wife always boos.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, that's about right. Lin-Manuel. Lin-Manuel.
Yeah. He lives Manuel, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe he should go help
living.
Jay Cutler.
He's living quite well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he should go help Cutler.
He's never going to be president. No, anyway.
But he gets to kiss a lot of chickens.
Yeah, I don't know about kissing chickens.
Eating raccoons.
If you missed Squares of the Roundtable podcast, then you missed our conversation already. And we don't need to go into talking about Kanye West. Except there is one thing I want to talk about with this that we missed on the show.
I knew that was coming. Okay.
There is one thing, and it's from the article from the Hollywood Reporter.
Oh, okay. And this is reliable.
No. This is the only reason I'm even bringing this up is because of something that they wrote in theirs, which is hysterical. Which
Okay.
is, it's unclear. Here, this is the part I want to read. And this is literally in the Hollywood Reporter. It's
Okay.
unclear if West has filed any paperwork necessary to run for president this election year, which would mean he'd have to run as a write-in candidate. Here's the fun part. We haven't gotten to the funny part yet. As of Saturday evening, the only candidate for president named Kanye West in the FEC, that's the Federal Election Commission database, for the 2020 election this year is a Green Party candidate named Kanye D's Nuts West.
Okay. Assuming that's a real name. Assuming that's someone. I doubt someone's changed their name to
These
that.
nuts. Okay.
Wait a minute. I don't think that's for real.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. I mean, the Hollywood Reporter.
I'm just enjoying the part where
These
I'm
nuts.
literally.
Would you like an order of fries with that? Come on.
It's not even that. It's like the Hollywood Reporter, and like the reporter had to write. The person who wrote it had to write that. Someone had to sit there and go, "My God, they're going to repossess my journalism career, my journalism degree or something." You know, these Kanye, these nuts, West. I can't believe they put it in the article.
Oh my God.
There's a Green Party candidate named Kanye D's Nuts West. Mike, what do you? Yeah. Mike, I only have one other story left. Do you got anything else?
Well, we've talked about Kanye running for president, but apparently because, I'm going to let you finish, Taylor Swift's fans want her to run against Kanye.
Okay.
But unfortunately, she can't run because she's too young, so...
Well, that's okay.
That's not stopping her idiot fans from posting, she'll be the first female president. It's like, no, she can't run this year.
Who was it that they...
Not for a long time.
Not for 5 years.
Who was it that they were dissing?
That's what I said.
Dissing when she... who was it they were dissing when about releasing... Was it Incubus who hadn't released an album in 13 years?
Incubus?
Well, no. Who was it who released an album opposite of her that hadn't released one in like 13 years, and they were all up? They were like, "Why is this band that's..." Was it Tool? It was Tool. There you go. It was Tool.
Who's Tool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Tool?
Yeah, exactly. I remember that.
Right.
So unless, Mike, you got anything else, or otherwise we're going to let you finish with this final story.
I've got one more.
Go ahead.
Another Florida man, another naked Florida man. Not just one, but two naked Florida men stories.
Naked Florida
Oh,
man.
wait, no, this one's from March. But that's okay, we didn't talk about it. Florida man was arrested Tuesday after standing naked in his driveway and hurling rocks at passing cars. Police were called to a neighborhood at Port St. John when they found a 34-year-old named Doi Khan, D-U-Y, Doi Khan, K-H-A-N-H, completely nude in his driveway. According to multiple witnesses, he was seen throwing rocks and hitting multiple cars that passed by.
Okay. What is this, some kind of sport or something? What the hell?
No, but he was charged with exposure and that's it. So, no. But...
I want to go out and throw stones at cars.
And then vandalize a school for 24 hours.
Yeah, because it's hot. And we're naked.
Yep. No shoes, no. Well, every place else they went into.
Shirt, no service.
Oh, and of course, because this is the post 4th of July, we have one story about a man accidentally sets his own home on fire with fireworks.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, another casualty of
driveway fireworks gone horribly
fireworks.
wrong. This is from CNN. Police say a group of people in New York were lighting off illegal fireworks in the driveway of one man's home. However, things took a destructive turn when a lit shell flew into the home of one of the men setting off the fireworks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
The police officers said the fire destroyed part of the home and damaged another house. The man who set off the fireworks is now facing arson charges. How about that? being charged with arson is setting your own home on fire. Accidentally.
Well,
Crazy.
it's an inside job.
Well, a lot of fireworks are going off in my neighborhood for the 4th of July, but yeesh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So I think this is going to be our last story of the day.
All right.
This also is from Florida, and yet another Florida man.
Yes.
But this is a Florida politician man.
Florida politician man.
A Florida politician accused Beyonce Knowles of not being African American.
Okay. Then what is she?
Wait, we're getting to that. Congressional candidate K.W. Miller, this is from the Miami Herald, by the way, took to Twitter over the weekend and making bizarre claim that the Halo singer is Italian, as he says he's been he says he's trying to hail racial divides. In a series of posts, Miller, an independent running to represent Florida's 18th congressional district, which includes Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, Stewart, and Jupiter, even went as far as to put the global superstar on blast. According to the tweet that he had, quote, Beyonce Knowles is not even African American. She is faking this for exposure. Her real name, wait, get this. This gets better. Her real name is Anne Marie Lastrassi. Lastrassi, and she is Italian.
Okay.
The politician then rambles on about the entertainer being part of the George Soros deep state agenda for the Black Lives Movement, and he says, "Beyonce, you are on notice." He writes, but I think he goes. Miller seemed to at least know the former Destiny Child's music. He even mentioned some of the lyrics from her 2016 Formation contains. According to this, then he's claiming some of their lyrics contain satanic verses and are a secret coded message to globalists. Lyrics include, quote, my daddy, Alabama mama, my mama, Louisiana. You mix that Negro with Creole, make a Texas Bama. I like my baby hair with baby hair and afros. I like my Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils. According to this is lyrics. I don't know if that's the case or not. The song,
yeah. I don't have what he's smoking.
According to him, the song clearly demonstrates, quote, the song clearly admitted that she was demonic and that she worshipped in the Satanist churches located in Alabama and Louisiana. Let's stop right there. If there's Satanist churches in Alabama and Louisiana, there are a lot of people with guns down there. There are a lot of people with guns down there. Those places wouldn't exist at this point. They'd be shot up.
Well, I mean, Louisiana has already got a reputation for the whole voodoo that you do well type of sensibility down there. But yeah, I don't think, and none of that is a valid point.
The fact that I mean, you look up her heritage. I mean, yeah, she's not Italian.
No, she's not Italian. No, no, not at all.
Really? What gave that away?
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, like I said, I mean, I'm just kind of laughing at this whole thing. It's like, I don't even know what else to say.
Like I said, man, I want to have what he's smoking.
Yeah. So basically, according to this Florida man politician, Beyonce Knowles is really an Italian woman, and her real name is
Anna Marie.
And the best is, how did he come up with that?
I don't know.
How did he even get there?
Crazy,
the rest of this story right out of his ass.
Some crazy Alex Jones shit there.
Yeah. Well.
Or at least, you know, that He didn't accuse Beyonce of killing Jay Cutler's chickens.
No, that's probably
Or
next.
eating the raccoon that Jay Cutler accused of killing his chickens.
Yeah, well.
An underdog.
Yes, underdog. I don't know why underdog, but okay, underdog.
What does underdog have to do with Baywatch?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
I was like, okay, sure, underdog. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, so are we all wrapped up here with the story, though, or do we have any more outstanding notable bits?
I think that'll do for this week.
I think that'll do.
All right. Well, folks, welcome. Thank you
Welcome.
for coming down.
Welcome to part 2.
I'm doing the part
Sure.
2. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm doing here. You take it. You take
it,
I'm totally,
Fred.
yeah, I'm totally crashing.
Billy
and burning.
Bob.
We're on Instagram and Twitter at SOTRT Podcast. We're on YouTube. Click the bell. Subscribe. You can know when you get new content. All these crazy stories that you've heard, you can see them and read them for yourself on the Squares Roundtable Facebook page. Shout out to Scott.
God is the man.
On Spotify, Podbean, Anchor, and
Yep.
Google and Apple and all that. Email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com.
And that'll do it for the news of the squared. Thanks for joining us here on this session, and hope to see you next week with more
We're gonna see
news
you,
that
though.
you can or cannot use. And of course, I'm Jivin Ivan. Of course, there's Mike, and
Yep.
there's Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know how we're going to see him, but we'll definitely hear him.
Here's News of the Square.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.